All right, cool. What's up, everyone? We're live. The chat's already popping tonight. You guys are getting used to the daily lives. We got daily lives pretty much every day for the whole rest of the year. I want fucking no one left behind. I need everyone's question answers, everyone to get the bag in December. Right there, we got a lot of the OGs already in here. So, Sawyer, for anyone who may not be familiar with you, you want to give the intro spiel, plug your socials, etc.
Yeah, for sure. So I started my e-commerce journey about 5, 6 years ago now, selling shoes. It was like Yeezys, Jordan, stuff like that. Doing volume with that on like StockX, Go, platforms like that. And then 2.5 years ago, I made the switch over into Amazon. Started by selling a lot of shoes. Did a lot of volume straight from the start because I already had that shoe experience. And to now, I've done pretty much every category. Sold a lot of pools. I started wholesale in the last 9 months or so, and I've sold over $10 million a date. Like 7.5 of that was on Amazon. The rest was before that. And I'm 18, living in Savannah, Georgia, doing this full time. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you, Miles, for having me on. You can follow me at I am Dylan Sawyer on Twitter and Instagram, and then YouTube as well. I'm starting a podcast, which will be up on Monday next week. So
Sweet. All right. So
I did see something about that.
yeah.
You should also change your name to your handles.
Yeah, I'll change it. Yeah.
What do you like if you had to choose one in a scenario where both are successful, both are working? What would you choose? Shoes at scale or Amazon at scale?
Definitely Amazon at scale, just because there's a lot more opportunity. I believe
if the money's equal.
Oh, shoes then. Shoes. Yeah.
I would have to say, you're not relying on Amazon or one entity. You're selling to a lot of different buyers. Like there's still one shoe seller I know that is bigger than any Amazon seller who I've talked to. Like does like 300-400 million a year, but his margins are very thin. Like he's making a couple bucks a pair and fulfilling orders for like Macy's, Nordstrom. He ships direct to customer, StockX and Goat. Like it's crazy volume, but the margins are small. But at margin wise, I'd definitely pick Amazon over shoes. But shoes are just so fun, man. Like doing bots and stuff, hitting a lot of pairs. It's like a different type of rush.
Do you think we have seen the peak of existence for like Go? Oh no, change it back.
No, we don't like it. All right.
This one's better for the clips. Do you think we've passed the peak of existence for like Goat, StockX?
Yeah.
I think
the peak was late 2020. That was definitely the peak of all like just reselling in general. I think like every single Jordan was selling for at least 230 to 250 after release. Like every single one that came out. Nowadays, those same shoes are selling for 170, 180. They're complete bricks. Like nobody's making money on them unless you're getting it under retail. And also the volume then was just crazy with all the stimulus money and all of that. And I started to notice a decline in like March or April of 2021. And that was around the time where I started on Amazon. And I kind of just jumped full force into Amazon. I was like, I don't even really want to do the shoes anymore because I was spending like $240 on a pair of Yeezys to make like 10-15 bucks. Like the margin just wasn't really worth it at that point.
But at the same time, you get the money immediately, right? You get paid.
Also true. That was a big advantage. So I was willing to take, if I didn't touch the product, I'll take 5% like all day because it's just easy money, and you can get the money in a week. So that was a bit
at that scale. I would take a 3, 4, 5% margin if I know guaranteed I'm getting the money back in a week. I mean, guaranteed.
That same buyer I was talking about, the biggest like e-commerce person I've ever talked to, he was buying Air Force Ones at the time for $95, and it was $90 retail. So I was buying them for $92, shipping it straight to him by the thousands, and just like making $3-4 a pair and just getting the money back quickly.
Garrett fulfilled some of those Air Force Ones for Jake back in the day.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. That stuff was that whole era. That was like one of the most fun eras of my life. I think. Like there was so little responsibility outside of just fulfilling FBM orders, like and deploying capital, paying off credit cards on time. It's interesting because obviously we're all significantly more successful now, at least from a financial perspective, right? But like there was so much less moving parts back in the day. There was like a simple beauty to it. It's like kind of like being a kid essentially.
Yeah.
It's like, during COVID, he had nowhere to go, nothing to do. It was just, bro, Jake would send, this was back at like the tail end of his like botting. He would send hundreds of shoes to my rent, like a residential neighborhood, residential house. Dude, these UPS trucks would freaking pile into the driveway. and just dump out disgusting amounts of shoes. And so like at the time, all my neighbors were like old, and I could see them like peeking through their windows, like standing outside, like, what is this? What is going on?
Okay, neat. Here we go. How y'all boys doing? Been getting into some 8AA toys this week. Any keep it tips? So Garrett, I know you like 8AA stuff. I don't have a ton of experience with that. You want to spit a little bit on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the cadence of what's happening, right? Obviously, you're gonna want to set your alerts for things that have happened in the past, and then it's kind of hands off from there, right? So, go back in the history of those sorts of products. Look for items where Amazon's consistently coming in stock at a much lower price. Look for items where Amazon's in stock, but they're not owning the buy box. Look for items where Amazon's in stock and the buy box is way above. Look for all these sorts of items and look for the delta between the market that Amazon's establishing and the market that FBA sellers are establishing. When there's a difference, when there's a profitability margin in that, those are the products that you can win on. And it's just a matter of accumulating, similar to wholesale. It's a volume thing, right? If you set up 300, 400, 500 of those alerts, you'll probably be getting alerts every single day, right? But if you have 10 going, not so much, right? So the scale of that business is going to be at the volume. You need hundreds of those alerts. Not everyone's going to hit every week, but cumulatively across your entire A2A catalog, you'll be getting alerts every so often. A lot of times those margins are going to be super, super good. You're not going to be able to buy probably a whole lot, but again, you're stringing together a whole lot of huge wins. And the benefit of that is it's pretty hands off.
We're about to hit 53,000 members in the free Discord. That's pretty cool.
That's actually insane. That's wild.
53,000.
It's 53,998. So if anyone wants to join, I'm gonna put the link in the chat if anyone wants to make it. Right there, taking hits like the big boys. Yeah, who cares, man? Yeah, return's not a big deal as long as you deal with them right there.
That's nuts.
You got your channel.
The growth is much probably slowed down pretty heavily.
Well, yeah, because people dip. Yeah, you know what I mean, and I get it. Yeah. Right there. Cool. So yeah, guys, we got 45 of you guys in here. So please feel free to fire away on any questions you guys got. We'd love to help. Right there as well. So Garrett, what's the next, you have any marathons or anything coming up, or what's the next big objective you got going on?
So I want to qualify for Worlds for Ironman.
Oh, okay. So you got to do another one then.
Yeah. So I have the Philly Marathon, which is just going to be like a banter. Alex is running his first. So Alyssa and I are going to run with him for the Philly. And then I'm going to try and go sub 3 at some point next year and then qualify for Worlds for Ironman. But sub 3, that's the next big one. I want to run sub 3.
What's your sub 3 marathon?
Yeah, that's a Boston qualifying time. So that's the goal.
Okay, cool. All right.
What are you at now? Or what was your last marathon at?
Last one was 3:32, but that was over a year ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, so you can beat that. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was Philly with terrible wind. The conditions were terrible, but yeah.
Okay, Garrett, how do you go about setting up Keepo alerts?
That's a good
question.
So
if you find a product that is showing the activity that you want, you go into tracking. I think it's to the right of data.
Okay, yeah. I'll go to that right now for you guys. Yeah.
And then it's cool because you can set exactly the price point that you're looking for it to happen. Right, you can set a specific price threshold that you're looking for Amazon to come below. Right, and so that's actually go back to that.
Okay.
Right, so this isn't a perfect example, but the activity is there, right? So you guys see that little blue line, right? It goes vertically down. That's the activity that we're looking. Obviously, it has to be more dramatic, but you'll see an orange slot go right down. That means Amazon comes in stock. In this case, if Amazon comes in stock at 20. Well, that's something that we'd want to set an alert for if it happens again.
To buy it.
But to buy it from Amazon to sell back. And so you'd use that yellow box right there. In this case, if we're looking for Amazon to come in and stock below 20, you enter in 20 or 25 in that box. And then you get a text. You get a text or an email right to your phone saying that a specific item is in stock. And then all of the tracking will be in that little track thing at the top there next to deals.
So here we go. Right.
Wow,
so what you could do is buy box 60 plus 30-day average or current buy box 60 plus, but Amazon had been in stock at 20, for example. Am I wilding on that?
Yeah, you want to set a max though.
Oh, yes, yeah, max right here. So 20.
And then you can play around with it, right? You can do.
Yeah, holy shit! Look at that. Yeah. Buy box 60 plus and a 90-day average of 20 and less with Amazon. But then we'd have to do like in stock, and they'd have to.
But then so you can do like 15 and 30, right? You can do 20 and 40, 30 and 60, 40 and 80, right? It's gonna be a play with the numbers, but that's essentially the strat. So what if you're looking for those vertical lines, right? And then you just track those.
This might be used. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, wow. Okay, so this obviously we don't see movement on this, and this is also a used item, I think. Let's see. Oh, maybe not. Here, but let's see if we can find anything name brand in here. I mean, this is like a big spread right there, whatever this is.
Under Armour is going to be a big one.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Because you could do title Under Armour or brand Under Armour too, And you could do it. You could do KPF for like Amazon was recently in stock that went out. Yeah, look at that. Look at that spread.
But that's it, right? And so here, what's that price point up top?
Damn, this dude made. Look at that. The third party guy sold out at 47. Look at that.
You can actively buy now. Amazon's in stock at 10, aren't they? Yeah. Is this current?
This is current. Yeah. I mean, obviously, this isn't like a good. I mean, there's not a lot of volume on this.
But this is essentially this. I mean, this happens more than you guys think.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so pretend that Amazon was not in stock here. Maybe they came in stock in May, in January, in November. You'd go over to tracking. You're looking for a specific price point where they have come in stock before, because they're always going to keep coming in stock at the same price. So here they're coming in stock at 1073. Pretend they had 3 different occasions where they did that. We go to tracking, set a max at like 15, and now we're going to get a text or email when Amazon does that again. You go to the product, buy them, you're good to go.
Boom.
Some good knowledge right there. Yeah. I'm a big noob when it comes to Kiva Product Finder. I just started using it probably in the past 2 months or so, but it's mainly just to be for finding older listings that have like been sold out for a long time, but will do well during certain seasons. Like I was looking at this one chocolate brand, for example, and there's some listings that hit like 10K rank, but nobody sold it in like the past 8 or 9 months. So I know like, wow, that's good. And when I search it up on Amazon, I literally can't find it just because it's so hidden, because it's been out of stock for so long.
Sweet. Yeah. Also, keeping going with Kiva Product Finder for everyone watching this too, other really good ways to find stuff on KPF is if you do the current seller count, like you do like Adidas, for example, and do the current seller count, 0 sellers, 0 to 0, but then you do the 30-day average of like 5+. So you're looking purely at stuff that had an average of 4 sellers or 3 sellers, etc., the past 30 days, but currently has none. So there's no competition, and the demand is validated because we know they've sold in the past 30 days as well. Right there, which is cool. So you can buy from Amazon, sell back on Amazon. Yes, Keep Alerts is very good with some Lego products when they retire. That is a great point. That is a perfect idea for that. Yeah.
Someone asked me what my favorite shoe is that I own. That's a really good question. So I have like 40 to 50 pairs that I wear personally. Like 20 of them I grew out of, but the rest I can wear. And my favorite of those is the Sean Weatherspoon Air Max 97s.
Yeah, you were wearing those in New Jersey when we linked up.
Yeah, and then Off-White Prestos are probably my second favorites.
Okay, cool. So in Warner's new video, he talks about the website Raise for discounted gift cards. Can you guys elaborate on that? Like, what's the limit you can buy? How to use them effectively? There's no limit you can buy. It's just some websites only let you use 1 gift card per order. So it depends how big a gift card you can get off Raise or Top Cashback specifically. Right there. But Sawyer, I know you're a dog with the Top Cashback gift cards. Can you talk through how those work?
Yeah, so with Top Cashback gift cards, it's like 100 to 150 different retailers, and every card is set to a set cashback price. So with Raise, there's a lot of different percentages for different amounts on those cards, but Top Cashback, it's consistent. You can buy as much as you like. The only time I ever had issues was I bought like over 100 in a day, and then it just started declining my payment. Like it wasn't my card declining. I tried a bunch of different cards and it just stopped me, but next day it was perfectly fine. And one of the best things is about Top Cashback is you can set each gift card to an individual total. So like, let's say you're buying something on Dick's for $203.22. You can set your gift card for exactly that much so you don't have any remaining balance. And another thing is that they're instant delivery. Top Cashback is very reliable, so you know you're going to get your money from them. And overall, they're definitely my favorite place to buy gift cards from.
Can you talk through like the organization aspect, right? Because of course, the next question is, Well, if I'm buying from Dick's or Kohl's or Target or etc., and that order gets canceled, then what happens?
That's a good question. So what I do is once I get that gift card in, I put it into my spreadsheet, just like the card number, the PIN, and then the balance on that card. Usually I'm just going to put like, okay, I've used this card, use this card, use this card until I'm done. Once I get cancels though, I usually have my VA run through, check each card and see which one had the money back on it after it gets canceled. And then from there, they'll let me know and I can just be like, oh, okay, I have $300 left after cancels, so I can spend it on this now. So it's pretty easy to manage it as long as you're writing down every card and not just like using them as they come into your email. You need
Just
to make sure you have it on
yeah.
easy to see, because if not, it can get really messy. I've definitely been in that boat before where I bought like 30 gift cards and I was like, the orders aren't going to cancel. I'm fine. And then they all cancel or some cancel. And it's just like a mess going through each email and figuring it out. But as long as you're marking them down in a spreadsheet, you'll be good.
When it comes to reverse sourcing, what's the best way to find a winning product with SellerAmp? I currently do with Nike and haven't had much luck as of late. Well, that means that you're clearly not finding discounts on different websites. It's not the issue of finding the right products, because clearly if you're looking up low sales rank products and doing reverse sourcing, there's people who are making money with that stuff, right? Therefore, you just need to understand all these like 99% discount of websites you're looking at when you Google a product with SellerAmp have some sort of discount. Therefore, you need to be able to locate that, whether it's using, and this is a combination of all the stuff, guys, right? Whether it's using the cashback extensions, Be Frugal, Top Cashback, Capital One Shopping, Coupon Birds, whether it's asking customer service, whether it's going to footlocker.com/coupons, for example, or digging around on Google, or just talking to other sellers, which is by far the best way right there. But that's the key to making stuff profitable, is those discounts. Like on the SellerAmp channel today, I posted this fire sourcing video. I don't even know how I found like 4 beauty products in like 13 seconds in like an 11-minute video while explaining shit, which is like, I feel like that's very impressive with OA, basically. But watch that video on the SellerAmp channel. You'll see me look at and source a bunch of beauty products. And I think I'm going to do a beauty product main channel video tomorrow too, because it was so good today. DSG, yeah, guys. So if you have it, look up, it's called like Dick's Sporting Goods Clearance or Going, Gone. Definitely check that out. That's a really good resource for retail arbitrage.
Going, Gone. Is that a store?
I didn't. It's Going, Gone. I've seen their website before.
They call it that.
The same format as Dick's.
Yeah. Because Garrett,
I didn't know that was a retail store though.
Yeah, remember Garrett? We went to the Dick's clearance store and
the warehouse. Yep.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
place is sweet.
Yeah.
Interesting. I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's fire. Going on is crack. Damn, I'm hyped. You're killing it. What is the SellerAmp channel? I've not heard of it. YouTube, search SellerAmp. I'll link it too. Right there, the Dick's out. Yeah, Joe was actually one of the people who originally put me onto that. Yeah, and that's interesting because Joe kind of lives in the cut too, as do I in Pennsylvania. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna link it for you guys right here. Yeah, your boy was going crazy on the beauty stuff.
How do you source so much stuff? I want to up my spend. What do I do? By talking to more people and by just volume, by looking through. Again, the main qualifier in sourcing is how quickly you can say no. It's how quickly you can disqualify. Because the longer you spend on the products that are not good, the slower your process is, the longer it takes to get to that next yes one, right? So the real differentiator is us. We just naturally looking in warmer areas by using competitive storefronts, by using smart sellers, by knowing what brands work, by knowing what sites work, obviously wholesale catalogs, things like that. But apart from looking in warmer areas by higher converting areas, it's just a matter of going through products quickly, right? I can go through 100 products quicker than you can, right? And so if that 100th product is profitable, I can get there in 10 minutes, right? But if it takes you 2 hours to get to products 1 to 50, you'll never actually get to that 100th product. And that's kind of like the math behind it. Allow yourself to say no quickly, pick up on the main disqualifying factors: velocity, profitability, too much competition, bad stability, all those sorts of things, which will all allow you to get to that next yes quicker. The faster you get through the no's, the quicker you get to the next yes. That ultimately makes your time a lot more valuable when you're sitting in front of the computer sourcing.
Okay, cool. All right. So what are the first things you look at to disqualify an ASIN? Well, I guess, or qualify an ASIN too. Like what are the data points you're mainly looking at?
Yeah, so I'm mainly looking out at what the downside is compared to the upside. So let's say an item is consistent at 25% ROI and the sellers are pretty consistent, like it only goes 20, 30% up and down, and the reviews are everything looks stable. I'm very comfortable with buying something like that. But let's say I'm looking at a pair of socks and 30 to 60 days ago, the price went down to where I'm losing money or I'm breaking even or something like that. Then I'm going to 99% of the time avoid the product unless I am like 100% certain that it's going to be going up. Like if it's a seasonal product, let's say, and people are selling it, let's say it's a Christmas item and people are selling it in August. Of course, the price is going to be low in August because it's not that season. But for certain stuff, it's just not going to be good at that price. But when it's a seasonal product like that, I'm looking for it to trend upward.
For me, the biggest disqualifier is velocity, right? Because you usually can fight for extra margin points, but velocity you can't change. This goes for wholesale. This goes for OA. When you're going through wholesale catalogs, qualify on velocity early because you know you can fight for that extra price point later on. Same thing with OA. Miles does a really, really good job in his content explaining and walking through a lot of this stuff, right? If you qualify based on velocity early, that's the factor that's not changing regardless of anything you do, right? So it makes a lot of sense to disqualify based on a slow moving products because at the end of the day, if you need an extra couple dollars, you may be able to find an extra coupon code, find an extra discount, a gift card, those sorts of things. You can fight and you manufacture that extra margin. But if it moves slow, it moves slow. There's nothing you can do about that. So that's the biggest thing in terms of getting through a lot of the bad products is simply just disqualify based on oversaturation and just low velocity.
Yeah, the only caveat on that would be if it's very seasonal and its season is approaching. Sales rank. Yeah. Come on, Pickle Rick. Come on, you've been around enough to know.
What you can do is buy an item that doesn't sell. If you lose money and you can get rid of it, it's 100% always better than buying something that never sells.
Yeah. So for the most part, if you guys want like a general answer, stay below like 100, 110, 120,000 sales rank, right there. However, there are certain products that are above that if you look at the Keepa chart, they actually move pretty often right there. So it might have been that the rank recently just went up. Right there. But for the most part, you want to be staying under that 100,000, 120,000 rank right there.
Someone asked, what's your target velocity? So recently I've been looking at it from a profit perspective. So let's say something sells 200 times a month and I can make $5 a unit and I'm expecting I can get like 30, 40% of the sales. That's going to be good for me. As long as I can make $250 to $300 on that ASIN within a month selling time, I'm usually fine with it. But every time that's going to be usually in the hundreds of sales per month.
Yeah. And I mean, that's just, especially for newer sellers, which is most of our audience, that's just such a more efficient way to approach sourcing, right? Because you're taking a binary equation and making it single variable, right? You're taking velocity, you're taking profitability. And when you combine it and create that value metric, I just think it makes the comparison way easier, right? Because now you can compare all sorts of different quality of products and simply you're just then comparing numbers, right? You're comparing a 500 to 300 expected profit, all those sorts of things.
The goat in the cut.
The goat.
Goat firmly in the cut right there.
Man, we need to get some work again, Miles.
I know. Oh fuck, we never even did the fucking the recap video. Okay, so I we'll do one either today, and then me, you, and Danny are doing a stream for the 2-year anniversary too on Sunday.
Yeah.
For no question that's happening. Right, that was the mathiest answer I've ever heard.
Who said? Did Joe say that?
No, that was Jake's little brother. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you see how long does ungating take? I've been waiting 2 days for Nike. Should I be concerned? Not in the slightest, my friend. And do all the auto ungates too. Like everyone watch this. You can get auto ungated in over 100 brands legitimately today, completely free. Just take a look at the auto ungating guide that's in the description of this video that you can go to take advantage of. I'll link it too because it's like everyone here should go do that because it's like super brain dead easy. Basically.
Lil Carter, does Jake have you running out there? He's been getting into running recently.
Good. I've been seeing Jake's story. I gotta call Jake there.
He did a 50K last year.
That's wild.
How many miles is that?
20 or something.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
20s.
Cancel and resubmit after a week. Yeah, exactly. And you'll hear back from him pretty quick too. Right there. Cool. What other questions you guys got? Do you guys input your cash back and celebrate to accurately track profits? No. So we're not CPAs, but cash back is typically not taxable. Therefore, if you put it in, you'll screw up your numbers. Basically, it typically takes a day or two to hear back on gating. Making run when he's back from his trip, yeah.
How long does it usually take? So usually for the beginning part of the year, it's within like 24 hours. But recently for me, it's been taking up to like a week to 10 days, I'd say.
That's the funniest thing ever. He had me run for a Logitech wheel a few months ago.
What's that?
I think I don't know. It's some probably video game thing or something, but he had to run for it.
It's like the wheel that hooks onto the desk.
he had to run to earn it.
That's funny. I get it. Yeah, I get it. Now Max is rich and he can buy whatever you want. But have you guys seen that photo floating around that's Max's on Twitter that like people keep copying?
Yeah, all the boxes outside.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. So when is this Q4 stuff gonna hit the fan? Yeah, so you'll really start to see stuff pop off once like Black Friday rolls around, just because prices aren't gonna really shoot up until December, but you'll be buying stuff so cheap during Black Friday that like you'll be disgustingly proud. I mean, Sawyer put up a 70 ball in a day as a child 2 years ago. Like, you were 15 or 16?
15.
15. Yeah, dude put up 70 G's of revenue in a single day. I did like 28 and thought I was doing something right there. And I remember because I was driving back from the post office. I was sending one of the last FBA shipments that entire year. And you like called me, it was like, dude, holy shit, I'm at like 20K already. And I was like, damn, I'm at like 7. So like that was pumping big time back in the day. Right, that's crazy shit. Yeah. And it wasn't, the funniest part was that like you had the 100 pairs of shoes that were the wrong color too.
Oh yeah, that was such a mess, man. Oh.
Dude, if you're not doing it right if you don't perpetually almost always have your account deactivated from an FBM mistake. Right? So I like stand by that too. Like I'll buy. Huh?
I was gonna say, for all the years I've been on Amazon like 2.5, 3 years now. I probably had your account is at risk of deactivation for late shipment or order defect rate for at least a year of that time of me on Amazon. Like, dude, it's always something with Merchant Fulfilled.
Right when I first started Chad scaling, like back to school 2021, I remember I took a loan from Jake for like 20K. My Amexes were just like absolutely juiced. And then I had the order defect rate thing. And I was like, bro, this might be the end of it already. Right there. And then, we all ended up all right. Because if you're fulfilling thousands of orders, Amazon doesn't give a fuck if 1.2 of them are, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
First time I saw late shipment rate, I freaked out. I was like, I got to go to Staple. Or I just went to a random place where I could buy cheap stuff that sells fast. And I just bought a bunch of random bullshit to lose money on just to get my rate fixed.
Well, dude, and the problem with that stuff too is that it lags behind. So like you theoretically can only fix it within a week, right? So you have several days of having it where you're nervous, basically. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. Yeah, sweet. Cool. We got 80 of you guys in here on a little Thursday night action. Right there, Garrett, did you get all those calls uploaded for me?
Yeah, I did last
night.
Thanks.
This morning. Yeah, cool. Okay. Sweet.
Dude, there were a lot of them.
Yeah, I think it was like 6 or so, yeah. I should honestly just make you a school admin so we can fix that right there. But yeah, cool. What other questions do you guys have? Sorry, you've been killing it with the videos too. I see your story all the time on the gram now.
Yeah, so I'm starting to do daily stories. I'm gonna get back into things, do daily threads as well, and start pumping out YouTube content. I just really want to get my name out there, meet more people, and build a personal brand.
So let's see. So I'm on day 393 of daily Twitter threads. We're almost
the biggest game changer for me, social media wise, was the daily threads.
Well, doing something daily is so much easier than doing it 3 times a week. I firmly stand by that.
Yeah, I agree.
Firmly stand by that. Is there any back in stock? Oh, what up, Dova? So Distill.io, however, the best restock software by far is a group chat of the boys checking the same item. That's actually the most accurate, and it's not even close. No robot will ever top that.
That's a tweet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's facts. That is absolute facts. Best restock monitor. Yeah.
So you should do Chris Grant's Clear the Shelf podcast. Yeah, I'll definitely hit him up about that. I know he's pretty Corey, and I've done Corey's before. and Corey's going to be my next guest on the podcast. So I'm sure I could get that set up with Chris.
Yeah, dude, they do a really good job with that shit, man. Let's see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, where we got here? Okay, let's see. So we'll forever be a group chat of the boys constantly checking.
Yeah. Prodigy, I could tell that you wrote that thread for him just because you put the $sign after the number. I was like, who is doing that other than you, Max?
Tips to improve my listing and packaging process taking me almost a whole day. Sell more of similar types of products if you can, right? That makes things completely easier. For a beginner, FBA or FBM, for the most part, FBA, but you definitely shouldn't sleep on FBM. Like you can do FBM here when you see an item that a lot of other people are FBMing. It makes a ton of sense too.
That tweet's about a pub.
Yeah, did you retweet it?
Yeah.
Nope, you liked it.
I'm coming.
Yeah, sorry. Show some love on that tweet I just fired out right there. FBI. Yeah, rapid monitors. What's that? Oh, that's your thing, right, Max? Oh, yeah. Damn, that shit's in his bio, bro. All right, I'm following it. Yeah, all right.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah, I just
I gotta check it out too.
Yeah.
How does the auto ungate thing work? It's just you request it and then it gets.
Yeah. Pickle Rick, download it and follow the instructions. Like you should have already gotten ungated in 100+ brands for that. Get on that stuff, man.
Pickle Rick's here every stream. He's a goat.
Yeah, facts. Would you consider a small business loan? It kind of depends. I think a 0% APR credit card would probably be more efficient, but you got to audit your own situation. Right there. You can also get Amazon loans, which are great too. I think the thread I dropped today, I think was one of my favorite ones I've ever dropped. It didn't get a boatload of engagement. Damn. Okay, we got the Stone Pittman face reveal actually. On bro just showed love on the retweet actually. Oh shit, dude's making videos and shit. I'll follow him. Fuck yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Good for you, Stone. 0% APR card and bet your life on it. That's a tweet too. How much Fortnite? Ooh, interesting. Yeah. We actually low-key might end up having to ban Fortnite profile pictures. I forget the one dude that's I'm kidding. It's kind of an ongoing joke over a couple of years. What up? Just got approved. Can I get engaged without adding any products yet? Nope. Oh yeah, actually, hell yeah, my bad. Well, you'll need to add a product to get ungated if that specific product requires invoices. But no, go to the auto ungating guide. It's in the description. You can get 100+ those brands done today for $0, even if you've never listed a product. Right there. What about no? There's 0 Minecraft shame allowed, actually. Yeah, 0.
Facts.
Yeah. Right there.
That's a goat game.
Sweet, bet, cool. Yeah, I got you, Richard. Right there, cool, sweet guys. So yeah, we'll be on for a couple more minutes. Just let us know any questions you guys have, and then I'm gonna hit a chest workout. Yeah, because it is bulking season. Yeah, I actually got a bunch of new dumbbells for the crib too.
Fire.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Oh yeah.
You have a gym.
Yeah. Garrett, I got the 25s actually too for the I can't remember what they're called, but we'll hit a little FaceTime workout tonight too. Can you guys talk a bit more about cash flow, how to grow responsibly? There's no such thing as you should be growing irresponsibly.
Yeah, I was just about to say
that's how you grow as a man. You should be growing irresponsibly. And obviously I'm kidding. Right there. But like everyone I know who's grown quick has grown completely irresponsibly. But
that's another tweet. Good boys spitting out tweet. I'm stealing that one.
Facts. And then you see the fucking cope on Twitter of like, run your own race. Fuck that. Get the bag. It should piss you off that people are doing numbers. It definitely pisses me off right there. How do you find good coupon codes and sales? So sales, use the newsletter method. Google a bunch of products with SellerAmp. See what websites are carrying those products. Create a burner email address, like a random email address, and then make accounts for all those websites. They're going to feed you what sales they got going on, and sometimes what coupon codes they got going on. For coupon codes, use all the extensions: Rakuten, Top Cashback, Capital One Shopping, Be Frugal, Coupon Birds. Talk to customer service, dig around on Google, talk to other sellers, etc. Right there. Now, just seller info and
Coupon Birds.
Yeah, that's what dude's been saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna post that on the group too.
Does Success have 2 C's and 2 S's? That just looks weird.
I think it does. So nice. Do you use Smart Scout / Tactical Arbitrage? I do not use Tactical Arbitrage. I do use Smart Scout though. It's really only for wholesale, or at least what I use it for. I was mainly using it to get a list of brands that I should contact. So I was like searching for criteria for brands that sell like $50,000 to $2 million per month that have like 3 to 25 FBA sellers on average, and it gives you a list of brands. You can set it to categories, subcategories, kind of whenever you want. And from there, I just call each one of those brands, ask for distributors, or get a brand direct account. Another thing I use Smart Scout for is you can just search up a brand and it'll tell you how much volume it does. So like if you're at a trade show and you see a lot of brands around you, you can search each brand one by one, and it'll basically tell you whether or not it's worth it to walk up to them. But I do not use it at all for arbitrage. But I'm sure that there's probably some good uses for it. But if you're strictly an arbitrage seller, I don't think getting Smart Scout is necessary.
Yeah. Definitely going to rewatch later. Cool, guys. Lions or Packers? No sports ball talk in here. Just bag talk. Is it possible to change your fulfillment center? No, unfortunately. It kind of depends on the type of product. So not really, but also kind of.
Someone we talked to on the pod said there was like some sort of small software that you can do.
I can't remember what it was, but
it might have been Corey actually.
Yeah. Lesson in there. LOL.
I think I heard.
Oh, Stone just ripped a tweet too. That's lit. Cool. Sweet. All right. And thanks, Dylan. Your stories are blessed. Yeah, go follow the man. I am Dylan Sawyer, Twitter, IG, right there. What's the follow count on both of them, Sawyer?
I think I'm at 3,650 on Twitter and maybe like just under 1,000 on Instagram, like 800-900.
A lot of those.
Just wait for this podcast. There's a lot of stories that you guys have never heard before that are crazy, and I have a bunch of pictures on the podcast too of like flex picks and a bunch of really cool stuff that'll be on there.
What was your Twitter at the end of the Sawyer Souls era?
It was just Sawyer
banter.
Souls.
Like once a month banter typically.
No, but
yeah,
you had like a decent amount of followers though. What was it at the end of that
I got
era?
all of it from just like posting like flex picks occasionally, like once every couple months. Like when I got my sprinter, my
what was it at?
Maybe like 3,200. I got a lot. You know, like when I did the interview with Miles, my follower count, I was also at ASD meeting a lot of people. My follower count went up like 150, 200 in a day, which was crazy.
Which that was a good video too. Yeah,
that was a good video. Got some good feedback on that.
Then FBM in December. Yeah, that's a fantastic. That makes a ton of sense, Michael. Yeah, very, very good call on that. That makes a ton of sense, man. Seriously, right there. Cool, sweet. All right, guys, we're gonna hop off for tonight. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Right there. Everyone, go follow these guys on socials. Also, do the ungating guide that's linked in the description. If you need like a repricer, there's an extended free trial of BQL in there. Bunch of stuff like that and everything. So have a great night. See you soon. I'm going to go do a shitload of push-ups right there, buy some product, and I got a coaching call. So I'll talk to y'all later. Everyone have a good night.
You too. Thank you, Miles. Have a good night, y'all.